Uzi fan I am. This video might be 40 minutes long just because I'm a defender. This is my GOAT. So this topic is not...
Uzi, 30 years old, cosplaying as a teenage anime boy.
Okay, now this... I hate you, Glow Diddy. I don't want that to be said right now. I don't like you. But... my dog, this is he's always been like this. He's always been like this. This is him. This is him. This is him. This is always how he acts. This is how he's been. This is just how he is. Now, you can say he's cosplaying as a teenage anime boy. Cool. That's just how he is, bro. Uzi can be 36. He might still be doing this. That's just who he is, bro.
Boy. Lil Uzi Vert seen out in public with controversial content creator Glow Diddy again.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The only thing is just him, bro. I genuinely, I mean this with no disrespect. I genuinely don't like the fact that he's with Uzi. Not even because, oh, he's a fan or whatever the case may be. It's because he got weird allegations. He got weird allegations, which I think is true. I don't know if it is or not, but he got weird allegations on him. And he hanging around my goat. I don't know, which makes it so much worse because, like, he's weird.
Again, when you find out your goat is washed.
EA2 in a nutshell, I don't really care what nobody think about EA2. EA2 was good to me. Now, was it his best? No. Was it his worst? You can say that, but it wasn't bad.
Which is the most liked post in the Lil Uzi Vert Reddit in the past year.
It
seems like Uzi's fans have had enough of him cosplaying, inhaling night, dropping mid-music and hanging out with people who have Diddy allegations. And that's really only the surface of what's been going on with Uzi in the past couple of years. So let's delve into why Lil Uzi's fan base is turning on him.
Ain't nobody turning on him. They just tired of some of his stuff. This is always how this nigga's been. He's always been like this.
Back a couple of years and let's look at where Uzi was at in his career. So obviously, as we all know, he was one of the most prominent figures in this SoundCloud scene back around 2017 and 2018, with him really leading that entire wave as he was the biggest artist from that era. Not only was he dropping straight hits, but he also had the perfect aesthetic. The colored dreads matched with the craziest outfits. Everybody just absolutely loved Uzi. Well, now let's fast forward to the March of 2020 when Uzi shocked the world by surprise dropping his most anticipated album yet, Eternal Take. This release completely broke the
one of his best projects of all time. It's up there with Love Is Rage 2.
Internet, as it was dropped randomly in the morning of a Friday. And with albums normally dropping at midnight, most fans thought Uzi wasn't going to drop. And I mean, most of you will know the trend of...
I ain't gonna lie though, Uzi did start that trend. I'm playing. But, bro, I remember this day, like it was yesterday. I was in gym class. Opened my phone, Love Is Rage 2. Never Love Is Rage 2. What am I saying? EA.
Of like everyone remembers what they were doing when Uzi dropped Eternal Take, simply because of how much of a shock it was. Now, even with the album selling a crazy 300,000 units in its first week, the album actually ended up receiving mixed reviews. Totally forgettable album, don't think I listened to it more than twice, just had zero staying power with me. It had no standout songs like 20 Minutes, XO, Paradise, etc.
This is an old fan. This is an old, I ain't gonna say old fan. But like, bro, EA was like trap, bro, and there was songs on there that stood out. This is just somebody who's referencing an old, I know, but like he was referencing an album that, like, bro, He's looking for the same sound in music, bro. That's not how artists do it.
This kind of came and went in my opinion. The original album is so boring in my opinion. There's really only like 3 or 4 tracks that I actually go back to. I thought it was disappointing compared to stuff in the past. It was mostly underwhelming. I mean, Uzi himself would even say in an interview that he didn't like Eternal Take. Your last album, Eternal Take, is still charting 1 year after its release, but you've said that you weren't happy with the way it turned out. All of my music for Eternal Take got leaked, so I had to redo it. It didn't reach its full potential, I just knew it wasn't the sound I was going for. Let's just say Eternal Take for another artist would have been really good, because it was super dumbed down to where everyone could enjoy it. But that's not my artistry. I want my music to be more intimate to my real fans. I wanted it to be almost cult-like. Where in another interview, this time with Fat Joe on Instagram Live, he would say, the music is tolerable and the music wasn't that great.
And the music is tolerable. It's not, oh my God, this is the music is definitely there. It's good production, but honestly, from Lil Uzi Vert, we expect different Star, Moon.
I loved it. I don't understand. I understand some people did not like it. I don't care what you say though. Nigga, I loved it.
Spaceships and the high above, we expect everything from him because I'm already giving off this persona. I have a pink diamond in the middle of my head, yo. Everything is supposed to be going fucking diamond.
Now honestly, it's quite upsetting to see an album perform so well numbers wise, yet get such mixed reviews and the artists themselves
I feel like that's a part of music though,
disliking their biggest project. But there was nothing Uzi could do now apart from put his head down, get back in the studio and release the next album. But the truth is, things would only continue going downhill from here onwards for him. So just 7 months after Eternal Take, Uzi would drop a collaborative tape with Future, which
now I'm gonna be real as a Uzi fan. I'm gonna be real honest about this. I did not listen to all of this album to this day. It's 2025. This album was released in 2020. I did not listen to all of it. I listened to Drinking and Smoking. Only reason why I listened to Drinking and Smoking because everybody listens to that song. That's it. And Tic Tac. I'm gonna be honest. Love Uzi to death. I did not listen to all of this album. I couldn't. I don't know why I couldn't, but I didn't want to. I didn't feel the need to.
Honestly, I don't want to dive too deep into. It's a collaborative tape. It did get mixed reviews as some fans thought it was repetitive and boring, but it's whatever. I mean, it still sold an impressive 100,000 units in its first week, and I thought it was a pretty fun project. But after this album, Uzi would take a very dark turn in his career. In the July of 2021,
oh, the Britney situation, I forgot.
Lil Uzi Vert's ex, Brittany Bird, was having a meeting with artist.
Oh, I remember that, man. That shit hurt my heart. Just due to the fact, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I still follow Britney. I've been following Britney since what, like 2016, 17? Man, when I found it. Because that hurt my heart, bro. That hurt my heart. I didn't want it to believe it was true.
St. John at a cafe in Hollywood, discussing a business project. Now it seemed like Uzi got word that his ex was meeting up with another guy, where we can only presume he got jealous. Uzi would end up pulling up to that same cafe they were having the meeting at, where Uzi jumped out of an Escalade and confronted everyone at the table, and then got into it with St. John. He would first try throw a punch at him, miss, fall over, which led to his gun falling out onto the floor. It would be at this point when Brittany got up to try calm the situation down, which is when Uzi would pick up the gun and push it into her stomach, also allegedly striking her. Of course, a pretty disgusting and horrific thing to do to someone who was once a loved one you created albums about. And if you want to know more about Brittany and Uzi's relationship, check out my The Many Toxic Relationships. clips of Lil Uzi Vert video. Eventually, Uzi would be arrested and charged with assault with a firearm, criminal threats and domestic violence, plus a misdemeanor charge of carrying a loaded firearm, which he would plead no content to a year later in the February of 2022, where he was sentenced to 3 years of formal probation, 1 year of treatment for mental health and substance abuse, and 52 weeks of domestic violence counseling. He must also pay restitution and comply with a 10-year criminal protective order, which is a very light sentence considering he not only hit a woman with a gun, but also literally pushed a gun into her stomach. Absolutely crazy. But this isn't the first time we've seen a rapper attack a girl. And of course, since this is a quite common thing in the hip hop industry, this did not at all affect Uzi's career, and really he went on as usual as if nothing happened. Now after the situation was over, it seemed like Uzi was ready to move on and reignite his career with Pink Tape, following the release of his Red and White EP,
which was beautiful. I loved it. I loved fucking Red and White. Every song on this, I wish Believe Me would have stayed on this, but I ain't gonna lie, every song is on my playlist. Space Cadet, I know, Flex Up, Hit My Shoulder. Hit My Shoulder is so nasty. For Fun, Cigarette is a hit. I go to sleep to Final Fantasy. I'm playing.
in the July of 2022, which acted as a kind of pre-album tease to feed the fans. Now, not to overhype it, but Pink Tape had huge anticipation. Uzi hadn't dropped any new music in 3 years, and that's excluding the Red and White EP because that was just old songs. Anyways, he had just dropped multiple big songs with Just Wanna Rock, Watch This, and his feature.
I hate that
Anyways,
song.
he had just dropped multiple big songs with Just Wanna Rock, What
TikTok did this shit. Even though I don't think the original like beat could have got cleared, but I hate TikTok for ruining this shit.
This and his feature on Yeat's Flawless. He was in a way more stable position in his life after he revealed he had been attending rehab for the past 7 months and was in a pretty healthy relationship with the rapper JT, so it was looking really good for Uzi. I mean, he even revealed,
is that DDG? It sure is. I think that is Daryl. I don't know.
He made over 600 songs just for Pink Tape, and eventually on the 30th of June in 2023, Pink Tape would drop with an enormous 26 song track list. Now the opening of the album was amazing, Flooded the Face, Suicide Doors, A with Travis Scott.
It's a mixed reviews, and this is why I love it. Pink Tape, it was beautiful to me. I loved it. There were songs that were hit or miss, of course there were, but I liked it. I ain't gonna cap.
Got X2, Spin Again. The first 13 tracks or so were amazing, but then as we delved further and further into the album, things just got weirder and weirder. Track 14, Nakamura, the name of a heavily respected and decorated pro WWE wrestler.
Oh, is he like WWE?
Nakamura. Sorry if I butchered the pronunciation. With the song sampling his theme song, The Rising Sun. A pretty different song, however. From what I can find on social media, a lot of different audiences actually enjoyed this song, so I don't think I can hate too much. But it was a pretty big step in a different direction from Uzi, and this was only really the beginning, as things would only get weirder and weirder. We've then got Fire Alarm with the Snow Strip.
I don't care what nobody fucking say about this goddamn song. This song is hard. It's hard. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you gotta feel about this song. This song is hard. Nigga, bitch, mercy. I your bitch never heard of me. I was up working. She said, "Can I get a burger, please?" I said,
an American electric music duo formed in Detroit. Now, I actually think this song is fire. Uzi does this cool deep voice which mixes very well with the hectic beat and background vocals. But the track after that, CS.
Now I understand why people didn't like this song. I didn't really like this song either. Wait, how I forgot how to grab it, but isn't this the song "Wake Up"? Wake Up. I don't think that's the right.
Where Uzi covers System of a Down's August 2001 hit single Chop Suey. Do I even need to explain what is wrong with Uzi not only putting a cover on his album, but a cover of a rock song?
But that's the thing though, when he was making a whole bunch of like songs for like Pink Tape, bro, the covers that he was making, they are fucking fire. He did a cover for Panorama. I ain't gonna lie, when I heard that shit, I fucked with the actual song of Panorama. Well, you know what I'm saying? More. It's like, I understand why people didn't like the cover, but like, rap is rap, bro. Can we just like experiment? It makes it better.
Like, what even is the point? Now, I don't want to make this entire video about Pink Tape, so I'm going to wrap this segment up. So, track 18, Uzi would collaborate with rock band
I didn't like this one either,
which again, I don't think is for me or many hip-hop listeners. And then track 23, The End, featuring Baby Metal.
I like this song. I like this song. I'm doing my research. I ain't finna play the whole thing. Yeah, I like that song. I don't care what you say. It sounds like the ending of an anime a show. Fuck out of here.
Which to me personally just sounds like a bunch of noise. Overall,
Fuck outta here.
the album would
Get me
still
out.
perform pretty well, selling 167,000 units in its first week and debuting at #1. Overall, a very solid performance, yet less sales than Eternal Take, but it was an experimental album and times have changed. People are pretty much only streaming these days, which makes it harder to get album sales. Now,
Right.
this album would get mixed reviews just like Eternal Take,
I don't care what Black Boy Max gotta say about my dog Uzi. Get out of here.
but with a lot more hate coming Uzi's way this
No
time
hate towards Max.
due to the
just
very
saying.
weird
Ooh, what's that?
experimental songs he placed on the album.
Fuck out of here.
Y'all hear the intro to this?
Were high, songs such as Rehab, of course, which is an old song but still fire, and A, but then the lows were low, which mainly consisted of those anime and rock songs. That
Which is lame, bro. Open your mind. Stop having this look like this lame ass. Oh yeah, rap gotta be rap. Like, bro, it's lame, bro. Lame. It's lame.
Chop Suey cover is the worst I've heard in a minute. I'm not even joking, CS is my pick for the worst cover song ever recorded by a mainstream artist. There is nothing redeeming about it whatsoever. It takes the classic original and destroys it in every way. Even the mostly original instrumental sounds like shit. I must have grown up because the album is trash. So personally, the feeling I got from this album was Uzi can still make great music. He should probably just focus on song selection and stay away from the rock song.
That's the thing. I don't. And y'all did this to my goat. This nigga has terrible song selection. Like he picks the music. I don't know. Well, he ain't with his label no more, so he can release whatever the fuck he wants to now. But before, this nigga wasn't making like good songs. I mean, not making good songs. He was, but he wasn't releasing the good shit. This nigga, there was one song that was supposed to be on Pink Tape that was hard as shit. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm just going to play a little bit of it.
I just called him. Listen to that new Uzi shit, bench press.
If you know the song, you know the song. But like, bro, that bench press wrist, the whole beginning of the song, you calling Pink Tape.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's the one and only DJ Drama, and you're calling 1666 Pink Tape.
Why not put it on the album? That would have been a great. Listen, that would have been a great intro song. Flooded the Face was cool. I actually really like Flooded the Face. But if you had that shit on that song, album, Uzi, nigga, I would have been happy.
Songs. Now, after this album, Uzi would go on this weird run of just rolling out different albums. He would start the rollout of Barter 6,
And you niggas ruined it.
taking inspiration from Young Thug's Barter 6, which was inspired by Lil Wayne's Carter 6.
Yeah.
We saw Uzi basically cosplay as Young Thug for a couple of months before he would then announce Love Is Rage 3.
Which we haven't gotten. We still haven't gotten Love Is Rage 3. I'm not gonna rush him because he just released, AA2.
The final chapter of his Love Is Rage series, as he would also state he will be retiring after this album.
He always says that.
Expect an update on Love Is Rage 3.
You're making me feel famous, Tim. You haven't talked to me in like 3 years.
We always talk to you. When's the album coming? Love is Rage 3. Is it really your last album?
Yeah.
Why is it your last album?
Cause I don't want to really make music. I want to make music. I love making music, but I don't really want to make music like that no more.
What?
Driving?
So what's next after rapping?
I want to make like women's clothes.
Now, many fans thought Uzi just had enough of being in the spotlight all the time and being pestered by his cult fan base. I mean, the dude has been in the scene for 10 years now, dropping hits on hits every year, and probably just wants to live a quiet life. But as time went on, not only was he beginning to be under fire for his significant drop in quality of music, but also due to his unusual public appearances. Firstly, in 2023,
we don't talk about Leslie Child. I love Uzi to death, my nigga. That's my goat. But like, I don't really like to talk about Leslie Child. I don't know where we was going with Leslie Child. Like, I don't know.
Uzi would announce to the world that he now has a new persona, Leslie, where he would show himself wearing a wig and nail polish.
I don't want to hear academics saying anything about it.
Manner, if that's how you want to describe it.
I've been saying this is Leslie. He's wearing like these boots and has his hair like that. Then we see him showing off this Leslie look again here. This is what I personally believe. Uzi playing around. I think this is another devilish, demonic. You know, I think Uzi's a stand of the devil. Uzi wants to be the devil. He could never be the devil. Okay, we get it. It's old. We're over it. But Uzi is infatuated with being the devil. You know, salute to Uzi. He's trying to do his new thing, I guess, with this image, whatever thing, Leslie or whatever. Brother, just drop some music, man.
Now, Uzi would get heavy abuse from fans on social media as they just found it disturbing how a fully grown man is doing this kind of stuff. You know, each to their own, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is so disturbing on so many levels. Grown ass man. Now look, yes, Uzi always has been this kind of boundary pushing experimental emo rapper, but this was genuinely starting to get weird and it would only continue to get worse. In the April of 2024,
I genuinely don't know why he did this, and I don't know what made him do it. This was probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen this nigga do. I understand this is usually something he does, but this is beyond what he do. This is beyond what he does.
Or Uzi would get on stage of Coachella in a red leather tube top with red nails and a handbag. I mean, even 50 Cent had something to say about the situation, as he would say, "Something is in the water, what make bro do that?"
Fuck you, 50. Fuck you. God damn you.
I mean, fans even started rumors that Uzi was trying to have a gay off with Carti, as this was soon after he went absolutely viral for wearing the thong. Which
it ain't a thong, bro. It's the thing, like, bro, that's just how the shirt is. It's not a thong.
Fans presumed Uzi saw and wanted to get the same type of attention from it.
I think Uzi was sitting back watching Cardi wearing that thong, and he said, "What? This is trying to out-gay me?" You sees Cardi wear the thong.
I hate Shaw.
What? Then he sees his fellow brother. You gotta remember, Philly is the city of brotherly love. No Diddy. And he sees Meek Mill at the freak-offs with Diddy, busting it wide open, screaming to the rock, "Get up!" He's seeing all the zesty. And he's like, "What? Are they trying to out-gay me?"
Bro.
And walked out there with a pumpkin and a crop top.
I mean, the gay off thing is just a joke, but the Carti v Uzi situation is something I have been hearing often. And what I've seen people saying is like, when Carti does something, it's seen as cool and boundary pushing, whereas with Uzi, it's lame and you're pushing 30.
They're starting to do it for Cardi now. They're starting to do it for Cardi now. I feel like they're beginning to do it for Cardi because they're now realizing how terrible of a person Cardi is. Like, Onyx's birthday just passed. Iggy posted a picture of it, of it. That nigga Cardi was not in the picture.
So I guess people are saying it's kind of unfair. And I think the reason for this is simply because of where the two are at in their careers. Carti for the past couple of years has only been growing and getting more popular, whereas Uzi has been declining. So the bad music mixed in with the more popular, whereas
What? That was basically... I'm confused.
Uzi has been declining, so the bad music mixed in with the outrageous publicity stunts makes fans angry. But anyways, let's move past this and now talk about his most recent album, Eternal Take 2.
Which I understand if people didn't like. I understand. But damn it, man. I didn't dislike all the songs on there, bro.
So towards the end of the year, Uzi would make this grand return by reactivating his social medias and changing the bio to all Y, alongside the profile picture, which was switched to the Eternal Take logo. He would then drop Uzi the Earthling, some sort of TV show theme to streaming platforms, alongside a UFO sighting in the sky of New York City, all to promote his newest album, Eternal Take 2. It would eventually drop on the 1st of November in 2024, 16 brand new tracks, with fans hoping it was a huge improvement from the very inconsistent Pink tape. And let's just say the album didn't give you high hopes when the first track mentioned Uzi taking NOS, nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas or galaxy gas. It's an anesthetic that slows down your nervous system and induces a sense of calm and euphoria, with Uzi supposedly being introduced to this via opium producer Lil 88. Another artist you may be familiar with, Ye, was also addicted to this substance after getting dental surgery. Now fans were very disappointed to see Uzi back onto the substances pretty much a year after getting out of rehab, and then bragging about it on the intro track for his newest album. Now to keep it short and simple, fans weren't happy with this album at all. It seemed completely rushed and sloppy, with fans beginning to claim the nitrous destroyed his career. I mean, I hate to hate on Uzi so much, but this was atrocious. Personally, all I can say is I liked the second half of the album where he went back to his roots and did more so of melodic music. Here is what fans had to say though. It's a shame to admit that your once favourite artist has fallen off, especially a shame since I really loved the first EA. The nitrous turned him into a full-on parody of himself, but ass. I'm thankful that I will never have to experience a worse gym pump than when I did listening to this album, cause this is going straight to the bin. What a fall off, back to back duds, referring to Pink tape. And I say that as a massive Uzi fan. And not only would the album get terrible reviews, but will also perform very poorly, selling 60,000 units in its first week and debuting at the 3rd position on the Billboard 200, getting beat out by Tyler the Creator's Chromophobia, which was in its 2nd week.
Which you could, I don't even know. Listen, I'm gonna be real. I'm not hating on Tyler, but I don't understand why that shit had so much hype. The album was good. I'm not trying to discredit Tyler's album. Hell no, I'm not trying to do that. But for as much hype as that nigga shit had, it makes it seem like shit. Everybody was a Tyler the Creator fan for no reason. I don't even understand it. Like, half of the people I seen, nigga, that was listening to the album, well, not listening to the album, but like, were on that, like how they were, nigga, they weren't even Tyler the Creator fans. Now, you don't gotta be a fan of the artist, but like, as much hype as that shit had, I don't understand how it had that much either. It was strange.
And followed by Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet. Now we can pretend the numbers don't matter, which I think can be true when the music is exceptionally good, but this was just concrete proof Uzi's career was rapidly declining. Less Than Yeet is crazy. People can say numbers don't matter all they want, but selling this low is embarrassing for someone at Uzi's level. You know damn well you wouldn't be saying numbers don't matter if he sold 200 to 300k, and I don't want to hear any cope about no promo, even though there was promo, when Tyler had the same amount of promo and sold 300k first week without a full week of tracking. We're talking about the same guy who outsold Kendrick Lamar and sold 300k first week no bundles, and now is getting outsold by Yeet and Glorilla. It's so frustrating because the main factor to his downfall isn't even really him losing his talent.
He not wrong. He not wrong. As much as I don't want to agree with this nigga, he not wrong. It's literally, Uzi has one of the deepest bags in rap, bruh. This nigga's song selections is just terrible, though, bruh. Like, I don't know who is his PR team, not PR team, whatever the fuck the case is, but I don't know who helps this nigga selects his songs. But genuinely, this nigga be picking the most crazy songs and then have the most crazy songs in the vault. That's just me though, bro.
It's mainly just song choices. Uzi gotta get off this tweaker music. Most people checked out after the Whip It nonsense. I have a friend that just straight up quit listening to it after they heard Meteor Man. The first 5 to 6 tracks are some of the most important songs that will shape an opinion on it.
This is a dumbass thing to say. First are some of the most important songs that, no. Nigga, you have to listen to the whole fucking album for it to give an opinion on it. That's just a dumbass thing to say. That's not how that shit works. I agree with this. Like, yeah, Uzi gotta get out the tweaker music. But saying the first 5, 6 tracks of an album are the most important that will shape your opinion on an album is dumbass shit to say. Like, what? Listen to the whole album. Then wait a couple days. Or like, shit, a day or two. And then listen to it again. But then again, I'm not gonna change about like nobody's opinion. If that's how you feel about the shit, it is what it is.
Album. Now, with the album being so awful, fans started theorizing that Uzi dropped such a short and bad album simply to get out of his record deal, as he had stated before that this was the final album he had to release before he got out of his record deal with Atlantic. Now, Uzi himself would also begin hinting of this on social media, as he would post Frank Ocean to his Instagram story with the caption CFO, standing for contractual financial obligation or contract finally over. Now, many fans would start saying Uzi had pulled a Frank Ocean. As if you didn't know, back in 2009, Frank Ocean finessed his label Def Jam out of $2 million, as he would fulfill his contractual agreement with them by live streaming his album Endless, then releasing his actual album Blonde independently the next day, which is what Uzi is claiming he did here with Eternal Take, just something to get him out of the deal so he can finally be free. He even ended up liking a comment where a fan said that he pulled a Frank Ocean and that EA2 was his Endless, which I guess confirms it, but again, this had fans in mixed opinions online, some of them saying this was just Uzi's excuse for dropping such a horrific album.
It's like I agree with it. Like I agree with people saying that like he just dropped it and now he's using for an excuse, but then I don't. Cause then again, bruh, this nigga has put out songs like this, bro.
I can make it left, right, and she's take her ass cheeks, yeah, she's so nasty, yeah, she's so nasty, yeah.
I promise you, he don't give a fuck what people think. If he fucks with the songs, he's gonna put them out. If he fucks with the song, he's gonna put it out. So, it's like but then again, Uzi does sometimes show that like he do not be confident in some of the songs that he be putting out. So it's like 50-50 on how I feel about it.
The thing is, Endless was still an amazing record, EA2 is just pure ass. I'm in the camp that this means nothing and Uzi is playing into these theories to brush off the poor reception, but I hope I'm wrong. Who knows, I mean the opening line of EA2 was "New contract, I read mine." But personally, I think he could have still dropped a proper album and leave on a bang, instead of damaging your discography. While Academics would stay on a live stream around a month after the release of EA2, where he would confirm that this was just an album to get out of the deal, and Uzi is now ready to drop the real album.
I heard Uzi got a album that is hotter than fish grease, but the one he just dropped was to get off of Atlantic. They said They said Uzi's real album, and he know it.
And I wish he put it out so I can stop hearing all these people talk down on my goat. I need it. I need it.
He just didn't want to drop it with this. So he held the whole. He made some other.
Now let's move on to Post Eternal Take 2 and where Uzi is at in his career right now. Via a Rolling Stone interview, Uzi would state that he's planning to release more frequently. Yeah, I'm on go, I'm not even lying. They thought I was lying a few minutes ago. Now the tape is coming, everybody's like you weren't lying. They swore I was lying, they were cursing me out. Which fans were obviously excited about, the more music the better, if it is quality and not nitrous trash. Now in another interview with Complex in late 2024, Uzi would also confirm that he is not retiring after the release of Love Is Rage 3. You said you wanted to quit music after Love Is Rage 3, is that still the plan? It's crazy because I was very misinformed about what quitting music is. If I'm over here really letting you know that my life is music, it's like why would I sell myself short on a blessing or whatever I can call it? I'm just gonna let life keep lifing. So it seems like though Uzi is now independent and free from his label, he still has aspirations of releasing music over the years. So why are fans now completely bashing him moving into 2025? Well, let me introduce you to someone called Glow, who
I hate you!
Who Uzi has been hanging out with a little bit too much. So they, and I don't know which gender because apparently they're transitioning or something, is some type of fashion TikToker that also has allegations of being an EDP, which is why people all over social media call them Glow Diddy. Now of course Uzi fans were already unhappy that Uzi was hanging out with someone with these sorts of allegations, but it got even worse and weirder when
we seen this picture, this nigga with his chains. This nigga had Uzi's diamond, bruh. He had the pink diamond. He had the pink diamond in his grasp. He had that shit. He's been wearing Uzi's chains and shit.
Some fans started making posts all over social media about the two's friendship. Are these fellas dating? I'm starting to think, bro, cause what the F is Uzi seeing in this dude? Fella a pedo too, what the F he got going on? I hope you'll know he really don't F with JT and he's really in love with a stud, which is one of the most liked posts within the Uzi community on Twitter. Now obviously this is just a troll, but you can see how fans are reacting to Uzi's relationship with Glow on social media. Even Uzi's girlfriend since 2019 had to come out and defend him on Twitter. If Uzi was white, nothing he'd do would bother y'all miserable ass fellas. Now even though many of fans' opinions have been negative, especially with the way Uzi has been dressing up recently, some fans are seeing the positives, as the snippets that have been previewed while Uzi has been with Glow have been sounding pretty good, with Glow also promising that they will fix Uzi's song selection.
Listen, I don't even care that you're doing that. I want you to get away from my fucking goat, bruh. I don't care about that, man. I don't care about that. I don't care. You got these weird shits going on, bruh, and you heard my nigga, bruh, like,
So who knows? I mean, personally, I feel like Uzi can make a really good comeback if he starts putting out quality music again, not deep voiced nitrous throwaways. I mean,
at the end of the day, bro, I don't really care, bro. My dog, my goat gonna do what my goat gonna do. My goat gonna do what my goat gonna do. But damn, bro, I hate that he hang out with Love, bro. Especially because he's a Uzi fan. I don't even know where he came from. And yeah, that's me being a hater. I'm a grade A hater. It should be known by now.